Now let's look at the deprivation at the knowledgeability level. As far as knowledgeability is concerned, women's knowledgeability is influenced by various factors, and among which is the traditional perception is very important. It plays a very important role. And because of that, when it comes to education, the choice is for boys, because boys are considered in traditional perceptions, boys are considered as the breadwinners, therefore they are the ones who must have a job, therefore they are the ones who must go to school. So we have a clear discrimination in this area as well, whereas girls are more bogged down with household chores such as cooking, laundry, and so on and so forth. And because of that, because of such division, we can have a glance of the rate of enrollment in primary school. For instance, we have 54.6 for boys and 45.4 for girls. And as we go up into the ladder, through the ladder of higher education, we see that this disparity between boys and girls increases in favor of boys than girls. And for instance, secondary school, the enrollment is 60.6% for boys and 39.4% for girls. And when it comes to higher education, such as colleges, universities, the boys' enrollment rate is 85.3%, and the girls are 14.7%. And there are various reasons for this, because girls are sidetracked from their education for a number of reasons. One is household chores, the other is inability to study because they have to do household chores and so on and so forth. Now, what is connected with the issue of women's poverty is also the issue of violence against women. Violence in Ethiopia, or in many other African countries, takes the form of rape, abduction, female genital mutilation, beating, early marriage, and harassment. Now, out of this, if we just look at the situation where rape, as far as rape is concerned, rape at the moment in Ethiopia can be said that it is a national scourge and it's a national shame. It's so pervasive that none of the sectors are free from perpetuating that sort of violence, and there are no echelons of women who have not undergone or who have not suffered from rape. For instance, in a study in 2003 or 2004, it was found that there were 3 rape cases a day per warada in the capital Addis Ababa alone. So you can estimate how much that can be a day, and per week, per month, and per year. So we can see that the rape is so pervasive and so widespread, and the range of the culprits has no limits at all. It ranges from an ordinary peasant and pastoral to the sheikh and the priest, the high priest. So it is in face of that kind of immense problem that there is apathy at the level of policymakers, and little is being done to stop it. The consequence of violence against women has direct relations with their poverty, because one of the elements that really contributes to the deprivation, their capability deprivation, is the violence. Violence deprives of the women's capability to make choices, and that leads to their poverty and to the poverty of society at large. Now, if we look at the area of, in face of that kind of massive, colossal poverty, needless to say that social change is absolutely needed. But, and the question is, what are the constraints for this change, for that kind of change? Now, we have several layers of constraints. One is at the level of cognition. How sexuality is constructed within society, gender roles, and so on and so forth. These are basic problems at the level of cognition. And these perceptions can only be done away with through massive civic education. And we have a question of space and freedom for activities by the non-state actors. It is very important that the non-state actors need space and freedom to try to do something to solve the problem of women's poverty. It is here that the issue of leadership comes, and the issue of having a critical mass is also very important. At the moment, there is a serious problem of leadership for a women movement, and there is a serious problem of lack of critical mass. And these serious constraints have relations to perpetuation of the poverty. Now, we can have also a look at the strategy for change. Definitely, political actors have a big role to play, because in the first place, if we take governments, they have the power, therefore they are well placed to do a lot of things at the level of at the macro level to solve violence against women, therefore poverty, and so on and so forth. Political parties have also a role to play. Opposition parties must take the issue of gender as a principal agenda of development. And we also have civic actors as important actors, particularly working at the grassroots level, which is at the micro level. This is the level where those who operate at the macro level do not reach. Therefore, it is very important for civic actors to be engaged in educational and economic empowerment work among women, among particularly poor women. Better stop here and try to answer your questions. If the technology allows, and if there is a possibility of Skype, then I can take up your questions and answer. Thank you very much.